Fiddle down. Fiddle up. Fiddle up.
You know, you can find adventure anywhere in the world, but it takes a more of an inquisitive mind and curiosity to find adventure right out your front door.
It did surprise me. I guess I came with no expectations whatsoever last time.
Place in front of me that's got the ocean, mountains, beautiful trails, great competition, 30 minutes away from one of the greatest cities in the world. And of course I'm going to be passionate about it, and I'm going to try. It's possible to find the same passion, the same trail running passion, surrounded by, you know, a million people right here. It's just, you have to look in different places for it. Adventure is right out your front door. It's just a, you know, a pair of shoes and a little curiosity.
crois que c'est important où est-ce que je suis né parce que j'ai né dans la montagne, à presque 2000 mètres d'altitude. Et à partir de là, donc, tout a commencé. Mon père, il était gardien, ma mère, institutrice. On prenait les skis en hiver, on fait les aventures et en été, on courait dans les rochers, dans les arbres, on jouait bon, toute la nature là.
I a l'escola que baixàvem, a l'hivern baixàvem amb esquís,
sí,
que agafàvem la Núria i agafàveu des d'aquí, des del refugi, per la carretera, amb esquís fins amb els esquís de fons.
Amb els esquís de fons,
sí.
On a appris à s'amuser avec la montagne, pas la montagne comme en souffrance, sinon en terrain de jeu. Moi, j'avais des rêves à faire dans le monde entier, de différents trails, de différents tracés, de différentes routes, de différents records dans des lieux magiques. Et bon, quand Salomon il m'a dit, bon, on peut t'aider pour faire ces rêves-là, moi j'ai dit, ouais, c'est super, c'est bon, c'est un rêve à réaliser, c'est incroyable.
Donc j'habite à Saint-Thibault-de-Coux, c'est un petit village situé à 10 km au sud de Chambéry, au pied du massif de la Chartreuse. Donc c'est une envie de se retrouver à la campagne, mais pas trop loin des commodités. Ça me permet d'être au pied de montagne avec 700-800 mètres de dénivelé au départ de la maison. Et ça c'est vraiment appréciable, ça permet de gagner du temps justement pour aller s'entraîner. Les chemins autour du village, je les connais vraiment très bien. Je dois faire 90% de mes entraînements en partant de la maison. Une exploration permanente de tous les petits sentiers autour du village.
Donc Julien Chaurier, 27 ans. C'était il y a 3 ans, donc maintenant je vais sur les 30 ans. Et donc je fais du trail running depuis 3 ans. J'ai commencé par la CCC en 2007. Après, comme belle étape, en 2008, je fais 3e du Tour du Mont Blanc, du TMB. Et l'année dernière, j'ai eu la chance de gagner le Grand Raid de la Réunion. Donc initialement, je suis cycliste, donc j'ai fait une dizaine d'années de compétition en vélo. Petit à petit, prolongé, de le faire de plus en plus long pour me retrouver sur des ultras.
L'organisation au quotidien est un mélange, on va dire, de mise en parallèle de ces 3 activités, celle d'ingénieur, celle de père de famille, celle d'athlète. Se préparer, mieux se reposer, mais c'est surtout, je pense, une grande facilité au niveau de l'organisation surtout. Mais de l'autre côté, ça permet aussi de ne pas avoir que la course à pied à penser et peut-être d'être plus fort psychologiquement et pour être présent et mieux cibler les objectifs. Et essayer de faire mieux que 32h50 et se rapprocher des 30-31h. Savoir que c'est un chemin de grande randonnée qui se fait normalement en une quinzaine d'étapes.
Donc là, j'aurais un rêve de record qui serait de parcourir un tour de massif autour de Chambéry, des endroits que je connais bien, que ce soit le tour de Loisan ou des traversées de Beldon. Donc c'est des choses que j'aimerais bien mettre en place. Après, il faut trouver le planning parce que c'est des traversées relativement éprouvantes. Donc bon, ce ne sera pas pour cette année, mais certainement pour l'année prochaine. Avec une volonté aussi d'aller découvrir des horizons un peu plus lointains sur des 100 miles aux États-Unis ou des courses en Afrique du Sud. Mais ça, c'est pareil, ce sera aux horizons 2011 ou 2012. C'est vraiment intéressant de rentrer dans le team Salomon, parce que c'est une mise en avant de beaucoup de moyens autour du sportif, donc une volonté de réussir et d'aller encore un peu plus loin. On a vraiment toutes les chances de notre côté, maintenant il faut prouver qu'on en vaut le coup.
Longue et la plus difficile et par la distance et par la durée, parce que j'ai jamais fait d'effort supérieur à 30 heures. Donc il va falloir gérer encore plus que d'habitude le paramètre lié à la fatigue, au manque de sommeil. Donc il va falloir être prêt physiquement et mentalement pour cette traversée.
It takes me the first 4K to kind of get in the zone. I kind of work through all the things you shouldn't be thinking about when you're running, and then it hits the point where I'm just empty. And that's the feeling that I look forward to on a long run. And I love, it wasn't a great race for me. I know I could have taken 10 minutes off my time. So this is a Vancouver course. Vancouver is my favorite place in the world. I am really hoping that BMO Half is my first substitute at this skill, and then we'll see what next year leads to. I really started running because I needed an outlet. I didn't feel like yoga and reading and sleeping and all those things that you're supposed to use to relax were doing enough for me. And from what I read and from what I knew in the community, runners really had some sort of calmness and low key that I really craved. I honestly 100% hated running for a long time. And I just knew though I was getting better at it and knew that I had to keep at it, and one day it would click. And I very much was like running on the seawall, yelling into the pavement, being like, this sucks, this sucks, this sucks, why am I doing this, this sucks. At the same time, something in me knew I was getting stronger. That feeling of strength I have never felt before in my life, which is crazy. I could just increase in distance. I know I'm capable of running further than 22K, but I want to master the half marathon. And I want to somewhat repeat the year I've had, but on a bigger scale. And so this year's kind of the year of 5 half marathons, different locations throughout the world, and really becoming better. Sometimes I think about okay, well, what if I all of a sudden was not a runner and I went back to the old life? What does that look like? And can I ever find another hobby that would give me the same feeling as running? And I'm not sure, because this is just what I know. I really crave the feeling of running, and I really look forward to the days I can get out there and kind of just get in the zone on my own and have that warm and fuzzy when I get to the end of it and legs up the wall and be like, shit damn, look what you did today.
I was up in Kelowna for Thanksgiving, and my sister mentioned that she was going to do this half marathon, the Okanagan 21K. And I thought, that doesn't seem that far. I'm sure I could do it if you can do it. Went to the start line with no training, just had no clue what I was getting myself into. The final 200 meters, I just remember thank God I can see the finish line and just trying to hobble as fast as I can. You're almost there, it's almost over. Just a few more kilometers, don't let your sister beat you.
Should we thank all the great volunteers we have?
Just this game of trying to beat what I did last year, so hopefully this year in the 2013 Vancouver Marathon I can do 3:05 or better and qualify for Boston. Playing soccer, you're running and being active, but there's always some other goal, to beat your opponent. You're not just running. And I never really saw the point of why you would just run.
This is Carl coming through. Welcome to the finish line, Carl.
So the weekend run will be a 2.5 hour or 3 hour run. And at this point, my distance is about 30 to 35 kilometers. I think last year my longest long run was maybe 36, 37 kilometers, which is I think fairly typical for a marathon training program. But this year I'm going to set my longest long runs to be 39, maybe 40 kilometers even, and including some close to marathon pace work in there, just to hopefully get rid of the cramping, because that's really hindered me down the stretch of these marathons. And if I'm going to make 3:05, I might be thinking about the race and maybe visualizing finishing super fast. You kind of want to be thinking about, what did I eat before I went on this run? What did I drink? And what have I been eating since I've run? And how is that working out for me? How are my legs feeling? Because I want to know what that's going to feel like on race day and how I can prepare for that. So training it's about getting your body prepared, but it's also about getting prepared mentally and also getting dialed in terms of nutrition, fuel, and fluid intake. I might also just think about my kid, or just things that are going on in my life, the hockey game, or just, you got a lot of time out there.
So I've done a half marathon, the Scotiabank half marathon. I've done the Grand Fondo bike race from Vancouver to Whistler, but this will be my first full marathon at the BMO Marathon. Raise money for a cause like this, and that there's people like my family on the receiving end of all the work that everybody's doing through Team in Training and in all the various chapters that exist all through North America. So I'm really looking forward to completing this race for the fundraising towards the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, which is very close to me and my family, and my daughter especially. Somewhere under 4 hours. I don't know where that will exactly be, but hopefully just under 4 hours would be great. It's just easier to think positive things. I find if I start thinking about something that's like motivational, to think about what some people have gone through and how resilient people can be and how positive they can be in some of the worst situations where the outlook looks so bad when they're facing incredible odds. For the long runs, we started out doing 8 kilometers, and then now we're up to 27 kilometers. We're going to go up to 34 kilometers just to get used. It's inspiring for me. When I think about situations that I saw, that my own daughter went through, that I was witness to, it does fill me with inspiration and motivation, and it does become one of the things I think about when I'm on one of my longer runs that instantly gives me more energy. I don't think about work or anything stressful, and I think that's one of the things that's become addicting about running. It's a little bit therapeutic. You just kind of zone out. And in the Grand Fondo, looking at all the different riders, I saw a bunch of riders that were wearing the Team in Training jerseys. And I was thinking, I knew that I was going to do that bike ride for so long. It would have been great if I had talked more about it with family and friends and used it as a way to fundraise for a good cause. I always thought that was something I'd want to do. We know firsthand how important this is. My daughter was diagnosed with leukemia when she was 8 weeks old. It started a year-long treatment process. She did really well with her treatment. Upon her 1-year checkup, they found that she had relapsed, that it had come back. The recommendation was that we do a bone marrow transplant, and it worked really well. Through the course of my daughter's treatment was also the start of me looking at myself and taking my health more seriously and thinking I got to start paying more attention to it and getting more active again.